Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel RAW. Students, today we are going to start with a new chapter. The chapter name is Change in the Profit Sharing Ratio among the Existing Partners. Okay, இந்த டாபிக்ல நம்ம என்ன மெயினாக பார்க்க போகிறோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்க இனிஷியலாக பார்ட்னர்ஸ் will start the business in order to earn profits. And when they start the business, they will be deciding what is the profit share. Whether are they going to share it equally or in some agreed ratio. Let us take one example. Suppose we have got two partners named as A and B. These two partners have contributed some amount as capital. Say for example, A has contributed an amount of rupees 5 lakhs. He has contributed rupees 5 lakhs as capital. And B was able to contribute only rupees 1 lakh as capital. Now, initially they both have decided that let them share the profits and losses equally. They have agreed that we both will be equal partners no matter how much we contribute the capital, but we will be equal partners. But at later point of time, if A thinks, why should I want to share equally? I am the person who has contributed more capital when compared to B. So when compared to B, the capital contribution is more in my case. I have given 4 lakh rupees in excess. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கே தெரியும் ஏவும் பியும் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ண கேபிட்டல் எவ்வளோ இங்கே போட்டிருக்கோம். ஏ ஹாஸ் கிவன் ஒன்லி 5 lakhs பட் பி ஹாஸ் கிவன் ஒன்லி 1 lakh rupees. அப்போது டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா 4 lakh rupees எக்ஸஸாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க ஏ. Now A thinks that why should I want to share equally? He has given only 1 lakh. Am I equal to him? No, never. So he expresses his disinterest that I am not happy with this profit sharing ratio and we need to change the profit sharing ratio. And even if B thinks, okay, fair enough, not an issue, we'll change over the profit sharing ratio, then the need for change in the profit sharing ratio comes into the picture. I hope I am very clear with you. Right? என்னன்னு புரியுதா இப்போ எதனால இந்த change in profit sharing ratio is coming to the picture? Mainly because if partner feels that the share of cap partners profit is not made fair, it is not fair, then they go for a change in their profit share. And this change in the profit share will take place among the existing partners. Now, let us try to understand what are all the concepts that we are going to learn in this chapter. So, the main concept is finding out the new profit sharing ratio and the sacrificing ratio. But apart from that, we do have to understand the calculations or the treatment of various items which we are going to discuss in this chapter. So now let us move on to the contents of this chapter. So let us discuss about the contents. The main contents that we are going to discuss in this chapter are number one, determination of sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio. Okay, so determination of sacrificing ratio. We'll be learning what is sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio. Don't worry. Okay, so sacrificing ratio and what is the gaining ratio is all about, right? So the first concept that we are going to learn is determination of sacrificing ratio and determination of gaining ratio. The second concept that what we are going to learn in this chapter is the accounting treatment of goodwill. The second concept is accounting treatment of goodwill. In the previous chapter, we have discussed everything about goodwill. Okay, so in this chapter, we are just going to discuss the accounting treatment of goodwill, right? Okay, the next third concept we are going to discuss about the accounting treatment of various reserves, accumulated profits and losses. Along with that, we learn what is deferred revenue expenses. So the third concept is accounting treatment of reserves, followed by that accumulated profits. Accumulated profits. All these are some new terms. You will be learning it in detail. Don't worry. Okay, so accounting treatment of reserves, accumulated profits and losses, followed by that deferred revenue expenses and deferred revenue expenses. Any doubt? Okay, so don't worry. You will be learning everything. I'll make you to understand everything. And deferred revenue expenses. Deferred revenue expenses. And followed by this, the fourth item which we will be learning in this concept is revaluation account preparation. Okay, so revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. And then the fifth item is preparation of the reconstituted balance sheet. Okay, so preparation of your new balance sheet. Preparation of reconstituted balance sheet. Okay, the word reconstitute is after the changes that has taken place, the new balance sheet what we prepare, that's called reconstituted balance sheet. Okay, preparation of reconstituted balance sheet. And the last item which we are going to discuss is adjustment of capital. Okay, the last item is adjustment of capital. Remember students, this concept adjustment of capital was there in the 2019-20 syllabus, and after that for the past 2 years this particular concept was not there in the syllabus. Again it has been reintroduced. So these are the six important concepts that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Determination of your sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio, the accounting treatment for the goodwill, accounting treatment for reserves, accumulated profits and losses, and deferred revenue expenses, followed by that preparation of the revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities, and then preparing your reconstituted balance sheet and adjustment of capital. Now, before we start with the concepts, there is something which we all have to understand. The key terms that we use in this chapter or that will come across in this chapter and the important formulas. So, first let us try to remember the key terms. I have first discussed with you the concepts, the contents, what we are going to learn. Now, let me make you to understand the key terminologies, the key terms that we are going to discuss in this chapter. First and foremost, there is something called as sacrifice. Okay, the word itself says very clearly sacrifice is nothing but we have to give away something. Now, in my initial example, I have just said that there are two partners, A and B, who have contributed 5 lakh rupees and 1 lakh rupees as capital. And initially they were having a good understanding and they were sharing profits and losses equally despite the amount of capital what they have introduced. அவங்களுக்குள்ள எந்த வகையான பிரச்சனையுமே இல்லை, ரெண்டு பேருமே ஆரம்பத்துல இருந்து ரொம்ப ஈக்குவலா தான் போயிட்டு இருந்தது. பட் சடனா ஒரு சேஞ்ச் தேவைப்படுறது and they have decided to go for the change. Now because of this change, what happens, they have to give away a portion of their share of profits. Now once again make you to understand what is that, so that you will understand what is sacrifice. Imagine that A and B has doing the business or started doing the business in the year 1 4 2020. So this is the year they have started the business. Okay, in this year they have started the business. Now you know that a business has a lifespan of 1 year, and again every year over year we have to do the accounting practice. So the first year, okay, for them the business will get closed. The first year business will get closed on 31st of March 2021. And in this first year, okay, in this first year, if you see, they have earned a profit. Of course, doing business itself to earn profit. Okay, so first year they have earned profit of rupees 5 lakhs. Now, this 5 lakh rupees profit will be divided among A and B in the ratio of 1 is to 1, because they said they are equal partners. So that means partner A will be getting an amount of rupees 2 lakh 50,000 and partner B will be getting an amount of rupees 2 lakh 50,000. Up to this, any doubt? No, right. Students, please ensure that give your valuable feedback and comments in the comment section, and please subscribe my channel, and please share with your beloved friends and neighbors whoever has taken the commerce group, and please support my channel, right? Fine. Every day I'll be posting the video for you, and we will be discussing the concepts, and we'll be working out on all the problems, easy problem, tough problem, and at the same time the hot question. And I'll also share with the question papers of various examinations, and I'll also conduct a test, workout, and please share it. We'll evaluate and give it to you. Right? Thank you. Now coming back to the concept. So here the partners have decided to share equally in the beginning of the year. So they got rupees 2 lakh 50,000 each. Now, as they have decided to change their profit share, now they are coming into a proposal that A and B are not equal partners. They are going to share the profits and losses in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Okay. So now the year starts, that is the second year. Okay, in the first year they were equal partners, whereas in the second year this is their profit sharing ratio. The profit sharing ratio is given below as follows. Now in this year, the second year will be commencing from 1 4 2021, and it ends by 31 3 2022. In this year, if you see, this is your second year, and the firm has earned profit this year rupees same 5 lakhs. Let us take it as same 5 lakhs. Now this 5 lakh I need to divide it among the partner A as well as partner B. But now this is not going to get shared equally. This has to be shared in the ratio of 3 is to 2. So now let us find out how much A will be getting it. So for A, the amount of 5 lakhs will be distributed in the ratio of 3 is to 2, that means 3 by 5. And for B, it is going to be as rupees 5 lakhs into 2 by 5. Now 5 lakhs divided by 5, it will be as 1 lakh, and here too it will be as 1 lakh. Now if you see 1 lakh into 3 for partner A and for partner B, you will see Partner A will be getting an amount of rupees 3 lakhs, whereas partner B will be getting a profit of rupees 2 lakhs. So, in the previous example, if you see, we have seen that both partner A and partner B. Okay, you can see here that partner A was getting 2 lakh 50 and partner B was also getting 2 lakh 50. So, it was equal. Whereas, once the profit share has got changed from 1 is to 1 to 3 is to 2, partner A is getting rupees 3 lakh. That means comparing to his earlier profit, the current year profit has got increased for him. Whereas for partner B, earlier it was 2 lakh 50, but now it has become only 2 lakh. So partner B's profit has come down, whereas partner A's profit has gone up. That means B has sacrificed 50,000 rupees from his profit in for the sake of the change that has happened between these two partners. So this is what we say sacrifice. I hope I made it very clear to you what is a term called sacrifice. Any doubt with respect to term of sacrifice? No. Right. So second term is nothing but gain. Obviously, someone's sacrifice will become the other person's gain. So here, partner B sacrifices in the above example, and partner A is gaining out of it. And from this, we will be deriving in what proportion or in what ratio they are sacrificed. So that's we call it as sacrificing ratio. So the third one will be as sacrificing ratio, and the fourth one will be the gaining ratio. Any doubt up to this? The fourth one is your gaining ratio. And then obviously there is something called as NPS, a new profit sharing ratio, or we call this as a new ratio. Okay, because in the above example we found that earlier it was equal, later it has become 3 is to 2. So the 3 is to 2 is your new ratio. Okay, and then when you have a new ratio, obviously there will be old ratio also. So the term called old ratio is nothing but initial ratio between the partners. And next you have the term called as sacrificing partner. Okay, we'll be using the term called sacrificing partner. So the partner who give away or who sacrifices some portion of his share of profit for the sake of other partner, we call him as sacrificing partner. In my previous example, in that case, it was partner B who was a sacrificing partner, and obviously you will be having a term called as gaining partner. So in the above example, it was partner A who have gained the benefits. And finally, we will come across a word like WEF. This is nothing but with effect from. Okay, with effect from. This is all the key terms which we'll be using in this chapter. What is it with effect from is? I have made you to understand the concept of sacrifice by changing their profit share, right? So that means here I made as 3 is to 2, and in which year I changed it in the second year. So that means with effect from the second year, that means 1 4 2021 to 31 3 2022. So with effect from this particular date, the profit share between the partner will not be equal, it will be 3 is to 2. So that is the timeline, or we can say it is from which date this changes will get implemented. So that's what with effect from is all about. So any doubt in understanding the key terminologies, as well as why do we go for a change and what happens when changes takes place among the existing partners with respect to the share of profits and the contents whatever I just quoted here? No. Yes. Now let me make you to understand the important formulas that we are going to study under this chapter. So before we go to the chapter's formula, one most important thing that you have to keep in mind is I'm going to introduce a mnemonic. Okay, what we call this as mnemonic. Okay, what do you mean by the term called mnemonic? Any idea? Mnemonics is nothing but a simple way to understand the concept. Okay, a simple way of understanding the concept. So here we discuss something called sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio, old ratio, new ratio, all those. So to put in simple nutshell, the mnemonic what I'm going to use is song. SONG. That means S stands for sacrificing ratio. Okay, S stands for sacrificing ratio. The next one, O stands for your old ratio. N stands for your new ratio, and G stands for your gaining ratio. So the easy clue, we can say in other words, like it is a clue word or easy remembering concept. So mnemonic is nothing but the easy remembering concept, right? Now, the formula what we are going to study here is how to determine sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio, or the new ratio. So take down the important formula with respect to this particular chapter. So the first formula that we are going to study is formula to calculate sacrificing ratio. Okay, formula to calculate sacrificing ratio. So just simple, you understand the above mnemonic song. Okay, what happened? Yes. So if I want yes is equal to O minus N. That means old ratio minus new ratio. So sacrificing ratio is equal to the formula is old ratio minus new ratio. ஏதாவது புரியலன்னா தயவு செஞ்சு கேளுங்கம்மா ப்ளீஸ். Okay, I'm making you to understand. I'll be using both Tamil and English so that you can understand the concepts easily. So this is the first formula. Sacrificing ratio is equal to your old ratio minus new ratio. The second one, obviously gaining ratio. Okay, determining gaining ratio. So the formula of gaining ratio is also quite simple. Once again, come back to the same concept song. So once again, I'm using the same concept song. Now I need G, that is gaining ratio. Now you have to go in the backward direction. So gaining ratio, that is G, is equal to N minus O. That means new ratio minus your old ratio. So from the new ratio, what you have derived, if you subtract your old ratio, you will be getting your gaining ratio. Is this clear to the formula? Okay. Now coming to the third one, finding out the new ratio. Formula to find out your new ratio. So new ratio is equal to the old ratio. Okay, old ratio what we had. From that, if you subtract your sacrifice, okay, you will get the amount of new ratio. Again, you can just check the song concept. Okay, so now what is the concept is? Again, I'll write here song. Now I need new ratio. Okay, so for new ratio is equal to your old ratio minus sacrifice. So I hope now the formulas are also clear to you. Any doubt in the formulas? No, right? Now comes the most important thing, how to determine whether a partner has got sacrifice or he has undergone a gain. So here it's quite simple. For sacrifice, a partner who gets a positive value. If you are getting a positive value, okay, then it is sacrifice. Whereas if you are getting a negative value, okay, if the value is in negative, okay, then it is a gain, right? So I'm sorry, this is so for gain, okay, for gain it is a negative value, okay. So positive value means, okay, positive means that is denoting your sacrifice. Whereas if you are getting a negative, that is denoting your gain. So when you substitute in the above formula and when you find that any partner is getting a positive value, then those partners have gone for a sacrifice. Whereas any partner who gets a negative value, then those partners have done obviously a gain. I got a gain. So I hope this is very clear, because before we go for the concepts, you should know the formula. So the formulas are clear to you, right? Okay. Now let us understand the first concept what we have in this chapter. The first concept that what we are going to learn, okay, is determination of, okay, take it down students. Determination of sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio, okay. Determination of sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio, okay. Sacrificing and gaining ratio, okay. Under this concept, please make it clear, okay. Under this concept we have problems whereby one, that is first type of problem is you will be given new PSR and old PSR of all the partners in the question. And in the second case, whereby you will be given old PSR of all the partners, and they may give you the NPSR of any one partner in the question. With the help of that, we need to do the calculations and derive the NPSR of the remaining partners. Okay, so here in change in PSR, where we are going to determine the profit sharing ratio, that is the new profit sharing ratio. For that, we use the sacrificing ratio and the gaining ratio. And here we have two different types of problem. One, in the problem you will be given, okay, the first problem you will be available with the profit share, there is your old PSR as well as the new PSR. Both will be available. I'm making sense to you. In the first category, you will be provided with your new PSR and old PSR. Both will be available to you. Right? So new PSR and your old PSR will be available. Whereas, okay, both of all partners. Okay, you will be having the new PSR and the old PSR of all partners will be available. Okay, whereas in the second category case, you will be given the old PSR, you will be having the old PSR. PSR is something with profit sharing ratio. Old PSR of all partners, okay, old PSR of all partners, but NPSR, okay, NPSR of any one or few partners, okay. It won't be available for all the partners. NPSR of any one or few partner, will be available, right? So this is the two different types of problems that you are going to undergo. Okay, will be available. Any doubt up to this? No doubts, right? Okay. Now, coming back to our concept. Sorry. Yeah. So coming over to the concept. For the first problem, right? So that is for the first category where NPSR and the old PSR will be available. Let us first try to take this particular problem as an example. Look here. We are going to first deal with the category 1 problem. Okay, I'm going to categorize it into 1 and 2. Okay, so let us take the category 1 problem. That is where you have your old PSR and you got NPSR of all partners, right? We'll definitely work out the exercise problem as well as we'll be working out the illustration problems. Both will do parallelly so that you need not worry, right? Let's first read the question. We are given here Amit and Sumit are partners in a firm sharing the profits in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So 2 is to 1 is the old PSR. It was decided by them to share profits equally. So this equally is the new PSR. So that's why I said old PSR will also be available in the question, right? And the new PSR will also be made available in the question. And here, as I said, with effect from when 1st April 22, they're asking us to calculate sacrificing as well as the gaining ratio, right? Okay, now let us go for the calculation. What needs to be done? So first here, sacrificing ratio to be determined. Okay, so what is the formula to calculate the sacrificing ratio? Okay, the first problem, right? The formula for sacrificing ratio. Write down the formula. So sacrificing ratio is equal to what is the mnemonic that we are going to use it? I said you the formula, okay, or mnemonic that we are going to use is song. So all time please remember of this mnemonic, right? So sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Okay, so old ratio minus new ratio. Now you need to calculate it for each partner, right? Here if you see we have got two partner Amit and Sumit. So first calculate it for Amit. So for Amit, okay, what is the old ratio? Let me take the old ratio. Old ratio is 2 is to 1, right? So we have got old PSR in the question, okay, 2 is to 1, and we have got the NPSR, okay, in the question as 1 is to 1. Okay, so this is what I required to substitute here. So Amit's I'm going to calculate first. So that means sacrificing ratio is the old ratio, that is 2 by 3 minus 1 by 2. I mean, making sense to you. Now you need to take LCM for 3 and 2. So the LCM for 3 and 2 will be as 6. So now what makes this 3 as 6? If you multiply the 3 with 2, it becomes 6. So 3 into 2, and here 2 should be multiplied with 2. Okay, so that means 2 twos are 4 minus what will make 2 as 6. If you multiply 2 with 3, it becomes 6. Even the numerator should be multiplied with 3. So that means it becomes as 3, right? I'm making sense to you? Right. So now if you see here 4 minus 3 by 6, that is nothing but it is 1 by 6. Now once again, I'll take you to the above. We are seeing here if we are getting a positive value, right? If we are getting a positive value, it is denoted as sacrifice. So now in this example or in this problem, once I substituted in the formula, I am getting a positive figure for Ahmed. So this is the indicator that Amit have undergone the sacrifice. So Amit is a sacrificing partner. Right. Now let us also calculate for the other partner called Sumit. Right. So Sumit, what is his share? For Sumit, the old ratio was 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. So, in the same way, the LCM between these two value 3 and 2 will be 6. And now, if I multiply 3 with 2, the numerator 1 should also be multiplied with 2. So, that becomes 2 minus 2 should be multiplied with 3 to become 6. And 1 will be multiplied with 3 to become 3. So 2 minus 3 by 6. So this gives me a value of minus 1 by 6. So any partner who gets a negative value, then we say he has gained. So in this problem, the partner Amit has sacrificed and partner Sumit has gained, right? So they are asking you to calculate the sacrificing and the gaining ratio. So now we have found out the sacrifice and the gain. So the sacrificing ratio and the gaining ratio is 1 is to 1, right? So any doubt in this one? So this is how you have to calculate sacrifice or gain. So you have to write partner A, that is Amit has sacrifice and Sumit has gain. So the ratio is 1 is to 1. I hope it is clear to you all, right? Now, let us try to work out an exercise problem on this basis, right? Any doubts up to this? I hope it is clear to everyone, right? Clear? Okay. Now come to your exercise problem. Okay. Problem number 1. So the first three problems, 1, 2, and 3, are of the same pattern, right? So come to the exercise problem 1, 2, and 3. So let me scroll down so that only then I'll go for my exercise. We'll work everything, don't worry. Okay, exercise, illustrations, everything will be sorted off, right? Yes. So can you able to see my screen? Okay. So as it shows here, let me highlight the question so that you have an understanding. He just mentioned the partner Om and Sham are sharing their profits and losses equally. With effect from the 1st of April 22, they agree to share the profits in the ratio of 4 is to 3. So look at the beauty. In the previous problem, it was mentioned that initially they were sharing the ratio of 2 is to 1, then later they are going for equal partnership. But here, initially they are equal partners, but they are changing it to 4 is to 3. Calculate the individual partner's gain or sacrifice due to this changes. Right. So now let us work out this problem. Right. So problem number 1. That was illustration 1. This is exercise 1. Right. Okay. So first you take down what is the old PSR. Okay. That is partners. Who are the partners in this case? The partners here are Om and Sham. Right. It is Om and Sham. What is their old profit sharing ratio given in the question? Old profit sharing ratio given in the question are equal partners. So they are 1 is to 1. Sharing profits and losses in the ratio 1 is to 1. What is the new PSR given in the question? It is 4 is to 3. Right? It is 4 is to 3. So when you got like this, make sure that you convert this to fraction. So 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2, and this is 4 by 7 and 3 by 7. Now the formula, okay, sacrifice or sacrificing ratio all remains the same. So sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus the new ratio, right? Old ratio minus your new ratio. Now first let me calculate it for ohm, right? First, let me calculate for ohm. So for ohm, what is the old ratio? It is 1 by 2, right? Minus, what is the new ratio? 4 by 7. Now for 2 and 7, if I take LCM, that gives me 14. So 2 should be multiplied with 7 and 1 will also be multiplied with 7. So 7 minus this will be multiplied with 2. The 7 will be multiplied with 2 to become 14. 4 into 2. So this becomes as 8. Now 7 minus 8 by 14. Right? So 7 minus 8 by 14 will give me minus 1 by 14. So you know very well that any partner who gets negative value, he is sacrificing or he is gaining out. Yes, he is gaining out. Okay, so the gain goes to partner home. But we need to calculate even for the other partner, right? That is sham. So calculate for the sham also the same pattern. So for sham, the old ratio was how much? 1 by 2 minus what is the new ratio? 3 by 7. So LCM is going to be as 14. 2 should be multiplied with 7 and numerator 1 will be multiplied with 7. So 7 minus into 2 becomes 14 into 2. So that becomes 6. So this gives me positive figure of 1 by 14. So that means partner, yes, Sham has sacrificed. So the question I've asked is to find out individual partners' share of sacrifice and the share of gain. So Om gains and Sham sacrifices 1 by 14. Any doubt in this problem? No. Right. Now let me move on to the problem number 2. What is given the problem number 2? Let us read the problem. Okay, it is mentioned the question that we have partner, three partners here. Okay, that is Ashok is one partner, Bim is one partner, and Chetan is one partner who are sharing their profits and losses in the ratio 5 is to 3 is to 2. So this is the old profit sharing ratio, and with effect from the 1st of April 2022, they have decided to share the profits and losses in the ratio of 5 is to 2 is to 3. They are asking us to calculate each partner's gain or sacrifice due to this change in the ratio. So same pattern. What is the differences? In the earlier problem we had two partner. Now we are going to work out for three partners. Right? So let us start our workings here. So problem number 2. Who are the partners in this case? We have got three partners. They are Ashok, Bim, and Chetan. Right? We have got three partners. And what is their old PSR? Their old PSR given the question is what is the 5, 3, and 2? Right? So 5 is to 3 is to 2. Make this as a fraction. So 5 by 10, 3 by 10, and 2 by 10. How sir you're getting 10? Just you add the values 5 plus 3 plus 2. That gives you 10. Now come to the new profit sharing ratio which is given in the question. What is the new profit sharing ratio? It is 5 is to 2 is to 3. Right? It is 5 is to 2 is to 3. Right? Okay. So again, the numerator only changes for few partner, but denominator remains the same 10. When you add 5, 3, 2 or 5, 2, 3, it remains same. Now the formula to be equated. So sacrificing ratio is equal to, okay, so sacrificing ratio is equal to your old ratio. Always don't forget the formula. It's the very easiest formula. Okay, old ratio minus new ratio. Right? Now let's calculate for each and every partner. First, let's go for Ashok. Calculate for Ashok. So for Ashok, what was his old ratio? The old ratio given here is, what's the value? I'm sorry, 1 minute. Yeah? Yes. The old ratio given here is 5 by 10. Right? So 5 by 10 minus, okay, here the new ratio for Ashok is again 5 by 10. Right? So 5 by 10 minus 5 by 10. This gives you 0. That means It is neither gain nor sacrifice. He is retaining his share as such. So neither a gain nor a sacrifice for Ashok. Now let's calculate for the other partner. Okay. So the other partner is BIM. Okay. So calculate for the second partner BIM. So for BIM, it is going to be the value. Old ratio was 3 by 10. Okay. Minus the new ratio, which is 2 by 10, right? So since the base is same, you need not go for any LCM. So 3 minus 2 will be as 1 by 10, right? So 3 by 10 minus 2 by 10 will be 1 by 10. It is a positive value. So any partner who gets positive is determining that they have sacrificed, right? Now, moving on to the third partner called as Chetan, right? So for Chetan, the ratio is old ratio was 2 by 10 minus the new ratio happens to be as 3 by 10. So the bases are similar. So just you substitute the numerator, that is 2 minus 3, that is nothing but minus 1 by 10. So this determines that partner C, that is Chetan, has gain. So the question I've asked is to find out the gain and sacrifice of the partners. So just check it up. The value will be the same. One. If you just check it up, the value remains this. Okay. So what is the value? It is given very clearly. Chetan gains 1 by 10 share and BIM sacrifices 1 by 10 share. So this shows that we are okay able to complete the problem number 1 and 2 by understanding what formula to be substituted and how it should be equated. Please remember the easy way for substituting formula, the mnemonics what I taught you song, right? Now coming up to the problem number 3, right? What is given problem number 3? X, Y, and Z. There are three partners in this case, right? In this partner, also you have got three partners X, Y, and Z who are sharing the profits and losses in the ratio 5:3:2. And with the effect from the 1st of April 22, they desire to share the profits and losses equally. So they are asking you to calculate each partner's gain or sacrifice. So in the same way, we need to work out the changes that has happened among the partners, right? So here it is XYZ. Shall we start? Yes. So now let's begin the problem. Okay. So the problem is X, Y, and Z. It is not A, B, and C. Right. So let me make the problem here. Right. So it gives an easy way. So the partners are X, Y, and Z. What is the old PSR? In the question, it is given as the old PSR between the partner X, Y, and Z is 5 is to 3 is to 2. Okay. So 5 is to 3 is to 2. Just convert this to the fraction. So 5 by 10, 3 by 10, and 2 by 10. Okay. Now, what is the new profit sharing ratio that was given in the problem NPSR? The NPSR given the problem was they are equal partners. In the future, they are going to share the profits and losses equally. So 1 is to 1 is to 1. Now, if you see the base will be as 1 by 3, 1 by 3, and 1 by 3. So in the earlier problem, okay, though the changes has happened in the ratio, but the base was similar. But here, the base is not similar. Here you have base as 10. Here you got base as 3. Okay, so bases are not similar. Okay, first write the formula what you need to calculate. Sacrificing ratio formula. So sacrificing ratio is equal to the old ratio minus the new ratio. Am I making sense to you? The same mnemonic song. So first calculate for x. What is the sacrificing ratio for x? So for x, the old ratio was 5 by 10 minus the new ratio is 1 by 3. When you take the LCM for 10 and 3, you will be getting 30 as your LCM. So now 10, if you multiply by 3, you get 30. 5 into 3 will be giving you 15. In the same way, 1 should be multiplied with 10, because 3 should be multiplied with 10 to become 30. So 1 into 10, that becomes 10. So 15 minus 10, that means 5 by 30. Though you can simplify this, please do not simplify it. Let us have it as 5 by 30 itself. It's a positive figure, so that means partner X has undergone sacrifice. Okay, so partner X has gone for a sacrifice. Now, moving on to Y's calculation. For Y, what was the old ratio? The old ratio was 3 by 10, right? So 3 by 10 minus 1 by 3. Again, the LCM is going to be as 30. So 10 into 3 is 30. 3 into 3 will be 9, minus 3 into 10 will give you 30. 1 into 10 will give you 10. So 9 minus 10 will give you minus 1 by 30. So any partner who gets a negative will be gaining. Able to understand? Okay. Now we have to calculate for the third partner, that's called Z. So for Z, the old ratio, what was the old ratio? It is 2 by 10. Okay, so for Z, it is 2 by 10 minus the new ratio is 1 by 3. Now the same LCM will be as 30. So 10, if I multiply by 3, will become 30. 2 will be multiplied with 3 to become as 6. Minus 3 will be multiplied by 10 to become 30, and 1 will be multiplied by 10 to become as 10. So now 6 minus 10 will give you minus 4 by 30. So again I'm repeating, any partner who gets a negative value is declared as a gaining partner. So partner Y and partner Z are gaining and partner X is a sacrificing partner. Just come back to a problem to ensure whether the works what we have done is right or wrong. So here partner Y and partner Z gains 1 by 30 and 4 by 30, the same answer what we have also received. And partner X is sacrificing, that is 5 by 30. Any doubt in this third problem? No. I hope things are clear for you up to this. Right? Okay. So the next problem, which is going to be the last problem, and by this a concept. First one, determination of change in profit sharing ratio. Thus, your gaining ratio and your sacrificing ratio comes to an end. So, did you find easy to calculate these problems, or were you finding it difficult to calculate the problem? Please, please, I'm saying it, kindly share this video with your friends and with all your classmates who are pursuing commerce group, whether in CBSE mode or in the state board. This is quite common. And please ensure that you understand the concept, means please give a thumbs up, that is a like, and also give your valuable feedback and comment, because we are taking efforts to bring out these videos for you, and your each support, each comment and each share will definitely reach the needy people, and it will help them also to learn the concepts without any tuitions. So without going for tuition, these videos will support them, and that makes them to get a better mark and a good marks, right? So our target that every student should get centum in accountancy, and everyone must understand the concept easily and must feel the subject. It is very eco-friendly, it is very easy to manage and handle, and it is not that much difficult. So that myth which lies in everyone's mindset, accountancy is a problematic subject, it is always difficult, it is always a danger, so that myth should be broken. So we are making things very simpler for you, right? So please share, like and comment, right? Fine. So now comes the fourth one, where you have got the case-based problem. You can say this as a case-based problem also. So we have got partners like A, B, and C. Okay, in a firm sharing the profits and losses in a ratio 5 is to 4 is to 1. So this is their old PSR. They're asking us to calculate the new profit sharing ratio and the sacrificing ratio and the gaining ratio. So far in the problems 1, 2, and 3, they have asked us to calculate only the individual partner's gain or sacrifice because in all the three cases, they are given you the NPSR. But in this category based problem, where as I said in the beginning, okay, this is a second type of problem where you will be provided with the old PSR of all partners, but the NPSR of any one partner or few partners might be given up. The complete information will not be available. We have to derive it. That's the reason here they have asked you to calculate all the three NPSR, the sacrificing ratio and the gaining ratio. But please make sure if in a problem they are given you old PSR and NPSR, then in that case we can't derive NPSR once again, but the only possibility to derive is the gain or sacrifice, right? Whereas a problem where you're not being given with the NPSR, there you are able to find out the NPSR, gaining ratio, and the sacrificing ratio, right? Okay. Now let's try to understand what is given in the case one. So case one, as per the new agreement. So that means the changes has happened. So new agreement is being brought into the picture. They said C, partner C is acquiring 1/5 share from A, right? So here they have just given you one information that among the three partner A, B, and C, okay, the NPSR of one partner, that is C alone, is given that he will be acquiring 1/5 share from A. Okay. In the second case, as per the new agreement between the partner, okay, C is acquiring 1/5 share. So even here, once again, they are given only the information about C, okay, 1/5 share. But in this case, they said equally from the partner A and B. Okay, the third case, as per the new agreement, A, B, and C will share future profits equally. So this, if you see, you are not supposed to take this because I won't be working this. I want you to work out as a homework because there's a same case of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so whatever we did in case, I mean the problem 1, 2, and 3, okay, that is what repeated here. They are given you the old PSR. This is your old PSR, 5 is to 4 is to 1, and here you have got your new PSR. So in this case, you can calculate only your gaining ratio and your sacrificing ratio. Nothing else is possible. So this one case I won't be working out. Okay, so case 3 I won't work out. You have to work out and please share it off. Right? So we'll work out case 1, case 2. Let's see what is case 4 is all about. In the case 4, it is given as per the new agreement between the partner, C is acquiring 1/10 share of A and 1/2 share of B. Right. So as I said, this is the second type of problem where the acquisition is done or the share of one partner is alone is clear in the cases, whereas the other partner shares or the other partner's profits, okay, after giving away this is not given to us. So let us go one by one. Okay. So by this problem, we'll put an end for the first segment. Okay, so now let me take up the fourth problem over here, right? So problem number, sorry, problem number 4. Okay, so case 1. What is given case 1? I'll just write the case for our understanding. It is given that partner C is acquiring, okay, partner C acquires 1/5 share, okay, from whom? From A, right? So first, who are the partners in this case? A, B, and C. And what is the profit sharing ratio as given? Old PSR. The old PSR given in the problem is 5 is to 4 is to 1. So just convert this to the fraction, that is 5 by 10, 4 by 10, and 1 by 10. Okay, now we are going to deal with case 1. Okay, so C is acquiring the share from A, right? That means how much he is acquiring, C's share. So it is given like, okay, C's share is 1 by fifth share. Okay, so that 1 by fifth from whom he is acquiring? He is acquiring only from A, right? He is getting only from A. So that means only A's capital, no, A's share will have a what? Will have an impact. So what I'm going to do, right? It's quite simple. A's new share. Okay. So the new share of A. So A's new share is equal to his old share was how much? 5 by 10, right? Now, how much he gives away for C? He's giving 1 by 5 to C, right? So A's new share will be based on the old share minus sacrifice. So 1 by 5 is a sacrifice done by A. So that's a formula, right? So A's new share is 5 by 10, the old share, minus a sacrifice done by him. Now, what I have to do? I have to just go ahead with the LCM, right? So, what I'm going to do for 10 and 5, the LCM will be as what? If I take it in 5 table, yes. So, it is going to be 10. Okay, so A's due share will be as base will be as 10 into 1 and into 1, so 5 minus into 2, so 5 minus 2 by 10, that becomes 3 by 10, right? So that means partner A new share will be 3 by 10, okay, and B's share will be as 4 by 10, okay. B share is not going to have any impact, okay. So B's share will remain same as 4 by 10, but with respect to C's share, okay, because C has only got it from A. So C's share will be calculated in such a way, okay, his old share. What was old share? It was 1 by 10. Okay, so C's share will be in such a way, his old share, okay, plus what he has got from A, okay, plus the new one. I'm making sense to you. So C share will be in such a way like 1 by 10 plus the one what he is acquiring it from A. Okay, so share will be A's C share is equal to old share plus the gain what he got it from the partner A. So that gives you old share was how much? Old share was how much? Check out. It is 1 by 10, right? So old share 1 by 10 plus how much you got it from A? 1 by 5. So this gives me, okay, the value. This is going to give me the value. How much is going to be his new share, right? Just a minute. Okay, so now if you see here the value 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5. Okay, so when I take the LCM, it becomes as 10, right? So 10 into 1 and that 1 plus 5 into 2 and 2, so that means 2. So 2 plus 1 is going to be as 3 by 10. So that means the new profit sharing of partner C will be as 3 by 10. And here I have derived the value of partner A, B, and C's new share, right? So new ratio we are derived it. Remember, we are not completed the problem so far. We are yet to complete the problem. Okay. So it is not got over. Okay. So NPSR I derived it. Okay. So NPSR of partner A, B, and C in the first case is 3 by 10, and for partner B it is 4 by 10, and for him partner C is also 3 by 10. So that is nothing but we can make it as in pure 3 is to 4 is to 3. This is the NPSR. The problem they also asked us to calculate the gain or sacrifice, right? So write down the formula, right? Sacrificing. Okay, we have to find out the sacrificing ratio. So sacrificing ratio. Okay, first for A, I should go with it. What is the formula? Sacrificing for ratio is equal to your old ratio minus your new ratio, right? Your old ratio minus your new ratio. So for A, the old ratio, how much it was? It was 5 by 10, right? So write out formula. Okay, 5 by 10 minus 3 by 10. Okay, 5 by 10 minus 3 by 10. So since the base are similar, I'm just substituting 5 minus 3, that becomes 2 by 10. So I derived a positive figure. If I get a positive value, what does it mean? It is nothing but sacrifice. So partner A has sacrificed. Now go for partner B, right? So for partner B, the old ratio was 4 by 10. Sorry, the old ratio was how much? It was 4 by 10, yeah. Old ratio is also 4 by 10 and new ratio is also 4 by 10, right? New ratio is also 4 by 10. So that means this becomes 0. So that is he neither gains nor sacrifices. Now come to partner C. So for partner C, how much it is? The old ratio was 1 by 10 and the new ratio happens to be as 3 by 10. So what is going to be the value? It's going to be as minus 2 by 10. So he is gaining. So partner A sacrifices and partner C gains. It is a clear cut evidence because பார்த்தாலே நமக்கு தெரியுது A sacrifice பண்றாரு and C தான் அந்த ஷேரை வாங்கிக்கிறார். So first case, I hope it is clear to you all. Any doubt? No. Right? Okay. Moving on to case 2. Please let me know if you don't understand. Okay. So case 2. What is case 2? C acquires its 1/5 share. Okay. So C acquires, okay, so C acquires 1 by a fifth share, right? C is acquiring what? 1/5 share equally, okay, equally from A and B. Okay, from A and B. So this is what we are going to see here, right? Now, first let's take how it's going to be as. So that means A is also sacrificing, B is also sacrificing in this case. So let's find out A's sacrifice. Okay, so A's sacrifice and we need to calculate B's sacrifice also. Okay, so what happens? A sacrifice is nothing but 1/5 share, he is taking it equally. It was mentioned in the question that C is acquiring 1/5 share equally from A and B. So 1/5, okay, from A and 1/5 from B. So 1/5 into 1 by 2, that gives you how much? 1 by 10, right? Similarly, okay, how much he acquires it from partner B? So B sacrifice. Okay, so B sacrifice is equal to 1/5 from B. That's also equally. So that means he is getting even from B 1 by 10. So now let's find out the share of profits of A and B, right? So A's new share. Find out A's new share. So how to find A's new share? It is quite simple. The old share of A, that was 5 by 10, minus a sacrifice that he has done, 1 by 10. So this gives you 5 minus 1, 4 by 10. This is a new share. Okay. Similarly, find out B's new share. Okay, the new share of B to be found out. So how we are going to find out B's new share? What was B's old share? It was 4 by 10. In that 1 by 10 is gone away. So that will be 3 by 10 which will be left over. Right? Now calculate the C's new share. Right? So C's new share is going to be as how, it's quite simple, that the old one 1 by 10, right, what he had, plus what he got from A and B. So from A and B he got 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, right? So altogether it's going to be as 3 by 10. So now this gives us the NPSR. We have derived the NPSR, okay, of A, B and C. So it is going to be as 4 by 10 is to 3 by 10 is to 3 by 10, which is nothing but 4 is to 3 is to 3. Remember students, when you are getting any ratios in pure, check it out if it can be simplified to the maximum extent, then go up to that level. Don't just leave out once you got an answer. Check it out whether if you can able to drill it to the next levels. Please go up to the last level to what extent that you can simplify the problem. Clear? Right. So I hope the NPSR is clear in this case. Now you have to find out the sacrificing ratio, right? So sacrificing ratio, write down the formula. Sacrificing ratio is equal to, what is the formula? Your old ratio, right? Minus your new ratio, right? Your old ratio minus your new ratio. Find out for each and every partner A. So for A, old ratio is how much? Your old ratio was, check out here in the problem. Okay, old ratio was given in the question as 5 by 10. Am I right? Yes. So 5 by 10 was the old ratio. Minus, what is the new ratio? 4 by 10. So 5 minus 4 will give you 1 by 10. Positive figure. Positive in the sense it denotes your, yes, sacrifice. Okay, negative means gain. So here he has sacrifice. Now for partner B. For partner B, what was its old ratio? It is 4 by 10. Minus, what is its new ratio? 3 by 10. So this gives you 1 by 10, which is a positive figure, right? So positive figure in the sense, what does it refers to? It is a sacrifice. I'm making sense to you. So positive figure, it is a sacrifice. Now come to partner C. So what was partner C's old ratio? 1 by 10 minus, what is its new ratio? It is 3 by 10. So that means 1 minus 3, that gives you minus 2 by 10. So that means this is nothing but partner C has gained, right? So you have found out the gain and sacrifice of partner. So A and B have sacrificed, okay, 1 by 10 and 1 by 10, and partner C has gained, which is 2 by 10. Any doubts up to this? Right. So this is a case where we have found that how, if a partner acquire his share of profit from the old partners, that too from all the old partners in equal proportion. So when he is acquiring in equal proportion, the share what he is acquiring should be multiplied in the equal proportion. 1 is to 1 proportion is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, right? If suppose the same problem says he has acquired it in a particular fraction, like 3 by 5 or something like that, then his share should be multiplied with that particular proportion, which will give the necessary values, right? Now the same problem, okay, case 3, as I said, okay, what is in case 3? The case 3 I will not work out, I said, right? Yes, it is a simple problem which I want you to work it out. So case 4 we are going to work it up now. So the last case and the last problem under the segment of calculation of your determination of your gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio. Okay, so now comes case 4. So what was mentioned in case 4? C is acquiring, right? C acquires 1 by fifth share. Am I right? So sorry, C acquires, okay, 1/5 share from A and B, okay, in one particular proportion. Correct? So C is acquiring 150 share only, right? Or what is the share he is acquiring in this case? As per the new agreement, C acquires, okay, 1/10 share, okay, of A and 1 by 2 share of B. Okay, fine. Here it is not 1 by 5th. Okay, C is acquiring, okay, I made a mistake. C is acquiring, okay, 1/10. Okay, so C acquires 1/10, okay, share from A, 1/10 from A, okay, and it was mentioned as he is acquiring 1 by 2 from B. Okay, so from B. Now you can see that both the partners are sacrificing, partner A as well as partner B. So first let's find out A's sacrifice. Okay, so A's sacrifice will be equal to, what is this old ratio for A? It is 5 by 10. Okay, and here it is mentioned, okay, C acquires 1/10 share of A. Okay, sorry, it is not from, okay, it's not from, it is of. Okay, so 1/10 of A and 1 by 2 of B. So here I want to make you understand about these two important words. Okay, if you find the word from, then it denotes subtraction. Okay, or we'll say it is minus. We need to eliminate it. Whereas if it is a word of, then it is nothing but it is denoting the product or multiplication. Okay, so product or multiplication. So since here if you see they used the word of, okay, so 1 by 10 share of A, so that means the share of A was 5 by 10. Okay, and in this 1/10 you're going to find out, so this gives you how much? 5 by 100. Okay, similarly B's sacrifice you have to determine it. Okay, so B's sacrifice, okay, is equal to, what was B's old ratio? It is 4 by 10, and in that 1 by 2, okay, has been taken off. That means 4 by 20. Any doubt in this one? Right. So sacrificing ratio, okay, between A and B. You're going to find out the sacrificing ratio between A and B. Okay, so how we are going to derive it? It is going to be as 5 is to 20. Okay, so sacrificing ratio. So sacrificing ratio of A and B. So for A, if you see it was 5 by 100, and for B it was 4 by 20. So for one particular person the base is 100 and other person the base is 20. Convert the base 20 to base 100. So if you multiply with 5 it becomes 20. Similarly the numerator should also be multiplied with 5. So this will give me, okay, A is to B, sacrificing ratio as 5 is to 20. Clear? So 5 is to 20. This is nothing but can be simplified further as 1 is to 4. So I have now derived my sacrificing ratio. Okay. So sacrificing ratio we have derived it. Now let's move on to the next calculation. Up to this, if you have any doubt, please let me know. No. So obviously A and B are sacrificed means it's going to be the C's gain, right? Because he is only gaining it, right? So C's gain I'm going to calculate. So what I'm going to do, just I'm going to add the two values, 5 by 100 plus the value of how much? 4 by 20. Okay. So when I do this for 120, because he's acquiring these two only from the partner A and B. So when I add these two, the base are not similar. So I'm making it the LCM. I'm going to take it up. So that gives me 10 as my base, right? It gives me the base as 10. Am I right? For 120, sorry, it won't be 10, it's going to be as 100. Okay, I'm sorry, it's going to be as 100. So the LCM will be as 100. So 100 into 1 and 5 into 1, so 5 plus 20 into 5, 4 into 5, so 20. So this gives me 25 by 100, right? This will give me 25 by 100. So now the gain of C I have derived it. It is 25 by 100. Now what I should have to calculate? The new share of A, B and C. Okay, so A's new share. Okay, I'm going to find out A's new share. So what I'm going to do, the A's share, old share it was how much? 5 by 10. From this sacrifice, what I have done should be eliminated. Minus the sacrifice is 5 by 100, right? So when I take LCM, it becomes as 100, right? So now for this, I need to so into 10, so 50. Am I right? Yes. So the LCM will be as 100. So 10 into 10 and 5 into 10 will be as 50 minus 10 into 1. So 100 into 1 will be as 100 and 5 into 1 will be as 5. So 50 minus 5 by 100. This gives me 45 by 100. Okay. So for partner A, the new share is 45 by 100. Similarly, calculate for the partner B. So B's new share. Okay, the B's new share is going to be as, what was the old share? It was 4 by 10. Okay, minus what was a surrender or the sacrifice he has done. The sacrifice done by him is 4 by 20, right? So LCM between 10 and 20 will be giving you 20. So the base is 20, 10 into 2 is 20, and 4 into 2 is 8, minus 20 into 1 is 20, 4 into 1 is 4. So 8 minus 4 will give me 4 by 20, right? So I derived for partner B also the new share. And C, we have already derived it, right? But anyhow, we'll make here. So C's new share will be as, he had initially 1 by 10 plus he acquired 25 by 100 from one partner, and this will give you how much? Okay, so when he acquires 25 by 100, that 25 by 100 is nothing but here C's gain. Okay, so I'm going to take the LCM. That gives me for 10 and 100 as 100. So into 10 into 10, so 10 plus into 100, so into 1, so 25. So 25 plus 10, this gives me how much? 35 by 100, right? Now the new ratio between the partners, right? So NPSR between A, B and C. Okay, so how much I got? For A it was 45 by 100. For B it was 4 by 20, and for C it was 35 by 100. Since the numerator, since the denominator is 100 in both the cases, here alone it is 20. Convert this to 100 by multiplying with 5. Here also it should be multiplied with 5. So that gives you 20. So that means the NPSR between the partners will be 45 is to 20 is to 35. Am I making sense to you? Yes. Now, make sure whether if it can be further simplified, you have to simplify it. So 45, 20, and 35. It will go in 5 table, right? So 5 nines are 45, 5 fours are 20, 5 sevens are 35. So if you fail to stop in this particular simplified manner, then you will be losing some marks. Okay, so please make sure that you are understood. So here we have initially found out the sacrifice and the gain. So A sacrifice, B sacrifice, we found out, and the gain of C was found out. Then the new ratio we found out. With the help of the new ratio, okay, we found out the NPSR, right? So with this, the first segment, the first concept, that means determination of your NPSR and sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio, has got over successfully. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section, right? And please work out the problem number 2 and 3 of the illustrations, which is of same pattern. Okay, so thank you so much, students. We'll be getting connected in the next session in the treatment of goodwill. We'll see what is the goodwill is all about and how to treat the goodwill. What is the treatment for the purchased goodwill? What is the treatment for the self-generated goodwill? So please keep supporting our channel. Please keep sharing our videos, and please make sure that you got the concepts clear. If not, please ping us or please comment us or even call us. We are giving you our toll free numbers. We are giving you our contact numbers. So please make it as simple as possible. Right? Thank you.